Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Jody Matoma, and today I'm going to share a letter that I wrote on my Facebook page about a day ago, 20 hours ago now. And so I figured I'd share it here on YouTube as well, in case anybody wants to hear it. So if you live in Canada, this is a message to you and anybody else across the world that's having this problem with COVID-19. But this one is specifically to my Canadians. But please do feel free to listen in, because the same things go for you guys as well, just maybe different numbers. So this is Shiloh Cat here. You wanna say hi? Hello. No cuddles right now, okay? After. I just gave her cuddles too. Alright, so let's just jump into it here. So I'm just going to read it off because I don't have it memorized or anything like that. So it says, my message to Canadians about COVID-19. I just reviewed over the Shoutout Sudbury post for the night and came across a post that has been scheduled for tomorrow evening sometime. For those of you that are not aware, Shoutout Sudbury is an anonymous community where you can submit messages and your name is not shared at all. And so you can share anything you would like to say, questions, reviews, rants, news, as you can see here. And there's tens of thousands of followers. And so whatever you write is seen by many of your local neighbors. So I have one for Sudbury and one for Edmonton going. And Sudbury is where I used to live at one point. And Edmonton is where I live now. So Edmonton, Alberta. Okay, and so the post was made about COVID-19, and the writer was wondering if kids and adults should be worried about contracting this virus just as much as our older generations. And so I wrote this letter because this needs to be known by all Canadians, by all Americans, by all Australians, everybody. 160 plus countries, we all need to know this. So I go on to say it's a tragedy that this even has to be asked, because if people don't realize this now, you're going to just continue taking your kids, places and, hanging out with other kids, and then it gets to their grandparents, and no, it can't happen, guys. It can't happen. So I go on to say, my fellow Canadians and followers, wherever you are, please do your part in making sure that this virus attacks as few people as humanly possible. Even though our younger and healthier immune system can better fight this and most viruses, they can in fact just as easily spread the virus to someone's immune system that cannot handle the same virus. If you don't think this is a serious situation, then you're simply being too selfish. Please spend some time to educate yourself on this virus if you haven't done so already. Even if the number of confirmed cases in your area is minuscule or non-existent, this does not necessarily mean that the number of actual cases in your area is in fact exactly that number. As more and more people get tested every single day, Canada's numbers of known cases will continue to rise, no matter what we do starting now. So please be ready for our numbers to continue to climb at a steady pace, and don't let it cause you to lose hope. So our goal is to minimize how high the peak gets. We have to try and flatten the curve, as it has been said in the media many times. And so at the point of this writing, there were 308,564 cases. That was 20 hours ago. This has now jumped by at least 20,000 across the world. It's continuing to climb, so let's work on getting that number to climb slower and slower. So there are that many cases known globally, and 1,328 of those cases are in Canada. This means we make up 0.4% of all known cases on Earth. This also means that only 0.003% of Canadians are confirmed to have contracted the virus so far. So that's a very small percentage, 0.003, extremely small. So don't think that it's like 10, 20% or anything like this. It's not even close. So this is great, especially considering that we've closed our borders to non-essential travel, besides those being brought back home who are being ordered to self-quarantine for 14 days after arrival. And to all of you coming back into the country, please abide by this. Don't mess around. Just stay home for 14 days. It's as simple as that. It's not a lot to ask in the grand scheme of things here. So this means that we don't have to worry about the virus coming in from other countries, hopefully. So the only ones we have to worry about, hopefully, is our own populace, our fellow Canadians, spreading it between one another. So do what you can to stop the spread of this coronavirus starting now. Not next week, not even tomorrow, not even, not 2 days from now. Every single day that this is not taken seriously by all Canadians, it'll be exponentially worse in 2 weeks' time from now. Every small thing that we don't do today can turn into hundreds of problems in weeks to come. And multiply that by 38 million Canadians, it becomes a problem quick. So, and then I go on to say, as it'll only get worse as each day passes. So stay in touch with your local, provincial, and federal governments. This virus will continue to spread for as long as we allow it to. Let's try our best to make sure that it survives a very short lifespan in our country. So to everyone who's contracted this piece of shit already, I am so sorry. I hope if you haven't healed yet, that you do so very quickly. And to everyone who has lost someone, a loved one, anyone they know from this virus, my heart goes out to you. So to everyone on the front lines helping with this pandemic, whether you're a paramedic, an officer, a first responder, a government worker of any level, a scientist, a doctor, a PSW, or any other incredible profession, truck drivers, restaurant owners, the list goes on. You know, people working at grocery stores, the list goes on, guys. I'm not trying to pick and choose here. Just a huge thank you to every single one of you, and a social distance hug to each and every one of you. So thank you. And in conclusion, I go on to say, let's be smart about this, Canada. Please do it for the country as a whole. You know, there are nearly 38 million of us sharing this country with you. And so for every life that is taken, an exponential number of lives are affected in a negative way. And we've never had to trust one another to work as a team more than we have to today. Please stay well and be smart, everyone. So many lives depend on every one of your choices. So that was my letter to Canadians, and you know, a lot of us know people that if they were to contract this virus, it could end in a very negative way for many people. So I myself would really appreciate you being smart about this now and not next week, you know. Yeah, just, you know, don't go out unless you have to. Don't go to parties and things like that. And the more we do now, the less of an impact this will have in the weeks to come. So we have to be smart about this today. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching and listening to what I have to say. I hope most of you agree with what I had to say. I hope you all agree with what I had to say, at least most points, about the general message anyway. You know, flatten the curve. That's all we gotta do. Flatten the curve. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you.